Natalia Bonner. Welcome back. I'm excited to be back and share a few more fun border ideas with you. I've been sharing all these awesome border ideas and they just keep making me so happy. This year is going to be a lot of fun machine quilting borders. Now I do have a new class that starts in March. Definitely love to have you join us and stitch along with us. It's called Let's Stitch Borders and Sashing. It's going to be so much fun. You can learn all about it, all the yummy details over on our website, peaceandquilt.com. But today, these fun little borders that I'm going to be stitching just give you a little glimpse into what that class may be like. These are very simple versions, so in the class we're going to go more in depth. We're going to have, some of the lessons are about 30 minutes long, teaching you step by step how to machine quilt some of these awesome borders. It's going to be so much fun. So let's get stitching. I'll start out this fun little border design by stitching in the ditch all the way around the outside of my border. Now, this is a little bit of a cheater version here because I am quilting it on the panel for my upcoming class, Let's Stitch Borders and Sashing. So if this were an actual border, I would stitch in the ditch as much as my throat space would allow me. Next thing I'm going to do is use my Mark Be Gone marker and make a few markings. Because this is a 2-inch border, I'm going to mark increments every 2 inches, top and bottom. Now, if your border doesn't evenly divide out into 2-inch spaces, then you're going to do a little bit of math and figure out what is a divisible number that's as close to the width of your border. So if it was a 2.5-inch border, then you're going to measure about 2.5 inches. Once I have that stitch in the ditch complete, now I'm going to use my mini 4-in-1 machine quilting ruler and stitch a point-to-point zigzag line from top marked point to bottom marked point and working my way all the way across the border design. Now I could leave that design just like that. It's beautiful like that, or you know me and you know I love heavy quilting, so I'm going to dress it up just a little bit more. I'm going to fill in that small space with some fun matchstick quilting. So using the straight side of my mini 4-in-1 machine quilting ruler, I'm going to stitch straight lines back and forth. So I'm using my ruler not necessarily for spacing, but more just to keep my lines really straight as I work my way across filling in. Now once I complete one of those, you'll notice how I'll just jump from one to the next. This is how I can quilt out this whole design without ever cutting my threads. For this fun little design, I'm going to use the medium size curve on the mini 4-in-1 machine quilting ruler. This design is a simple one, but it's really effective in creating just a little bit of curvature in a small border design. So you can see that I'm lining up my machine quilting ruler, starting out at the bottom or at one corner, stitching point to point curves. Once I've stitched my first curve, then I'll stitch in the ditch up the side of the border, moving up a 1/2 inch. When I moved up a 1/2 inch, I'll line up the marked curved line on my machine quilting ruler so that the outside of the border and the outside marked lines on that ruler intersect. Then I'll stitch an echo line across to the opposite side where I'll stitch in the ditch again and repeat that process, moving my way all the way across this border design. Now, if this were on an actual quilt, I would of course go through and stitch in the ditch. Then when I got to my corners, I would repeat this process, just curving around the corner so that every time my inside point comes right into the inside of the corner. I hope you all found just a little bit of inspiration from today's fun machine quilting video. I hope that you'll join us in my upcoming class, Let's Stitch Borders and Sashing. Have a great day, everybody.